how to make slow, steady, consistent, sustainable strength gains in the gym, on your lifts, to maximize and capitalize all of the effort that you're putting in to optimizing your performance. Let's go. First thing we're going to do is we are going to choose a lift. We're going to choose a heavy compound lift that uses a bunch of muscle groups all working together. So we are talking squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, row, whatever you like. Let's choose one of these serious lifts with a barbell and let's go. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to choose a rep range, let's say 5 reps, and we are going to pick a weight which is challenging. We're talking pleasantly challenging, not too hard and not too easy. We want to give ourselves room to grow. We don't want to be right at the limit straight away, otherwise we ain't got no room to grow into. Whilst we increase the amount of weights that we're lifting from week to week, the amount of capacity we have grows in line with this, and by the time we reach our limit, that limit is so much higher than when you start. First, we've picked a heavy compound movement. Next, we've picked a weight to hit our chosen rep range, and this weight is pleasantly challenging. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to add weight from week to week. Now, I've seen people, and I was guilty of this too when I first started lifting. I would just hit a weight which felt good for the day. Some weeks it was heavier than the week before, and other weeks it was lighter than the week before. I just did what I felt like. No, that isn't progress. What we're going to do is we are going to increase the weight every week. And another mistake which I used to make, and I see people making all the time, is they try to increase too much from week to week. If you're adding a whole plate to each side every week, how many weeks in a row are you going to do that for before you reach your limit? You are going to come banging up against that limit really hard, feeling unmotivated and like it's too much of a challenge. Let's not do that. Instead, we are going to increase by the smallest amount available in most commercial gyms. We're talking a 1.25 kilo plate added to each side of the barbell, making it a 2.5 kilo increase from week to week. Now, this is a tiny increase. So when you're hitting the weights next week, you'll think, this is just a tiny bit heavier, and you will be able to complete the lift without stressing about it too much, without worrying, oh, can I do the lift? It's only 2.5 kilos heavier, guys. That is such a small increment that it is easily achievable. Now, we are going to keep on adding 2.5 kilos week to week. That means 10 kilos every month until we can no longer successfully complete the last rep. Now, when we can no longer complete the last rep, we have permission to reduce the amount of reps we're doing by 1 and continue adding 2.5 kilos per week. Eventually, we will be doing a heavy single, which is so much heavier than it would have been if we'd have just chosen what weights we do from week to week. Nah, we'd be making slow, steady, consistent progress for months until we hit that heavy single at the top. Now, when we can no longer hit that heavy single, when we've maxed out our strength for this cycle, we can go back to the beginning. And this is the time when we can choose a slightly different exercise. Maybe we've been doing high bar back squats and we switch it up for front squats. Maybe we've been doing paused deadlift and we switch it up for block pulls. Maybe we've been doing a wide grip bench press and we switch it up for close grip bench press. This is the time where you can switch things up, isolate your weaknesses, and do the same thing again, but with a new variation on the exercise. This is what's worked for me. This is how I have used my time in the gym and my energy and my effort efficiently to actually get somewhere with results that are measurable. And I want the same for you too. So for more powerlifting strength training content, stay tuned to the Fake Natty Yo. And for anyone interested in powerlifting coaching and general human optimization, get in touch with a fake natty on the link down below. So until next time, I'll catch you later. Peace!